Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. Today, I'm going to be doing the TA as normal, but I want you to know something very important. And I'm going to get to it right now, because this is important, right? And I know you know this already. And you're going to probably roll your eyes, oh my God, not this again. But you have to listen, right? Hyperinflation is coming to North America and probably the rest of the world. And you need to stop and listen to this message, because honestly, if you don't, right, and you go, oh my gosh, I wish I'd listened to you, wish you told me to do something beforehand. Well, here it is. Here it is, right? There's a clear evidence that we're at the edge of this precipice, right? Usually when countries come out and say, hey, it's the greedy capitalists that are raising the prices. That's why prices are going higher. That's the beginning of the end, right there. It's just, we're rolling off the cliff. And they already did that, right, several months back, right? They're not blaming themselves, the government, which printed the money for the higher prices. They're blaming supply chains and everything else except them, right? And so we're seeing that now. I'm starting to see this in the long-term charts of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I wanted to share this with you guys today. So I'm going to start off by showing you a long-term chart of Bitcoin, and you can see what's odd, right? Is that we had pretty much the normal blow-off top of Bitcoin, and then we came back down, and we didn't break down and go into a bear market like we usually do. Instead, we did another blow-off top here, which came back down. Now, and corrected. Now you're like, okay, so yeah, what's the big deal, right? Usually in hyperinflation, right, there's a bit of a correction, right, as the hyperinflation is happening, right? You see the correction here. Now, this is like, it's too late, dude. If this is happening and you haven't been doing anything about it, don't come to me, right? You're too late for if this has happened over here, you're too late, right? If you're down here, right, which is where we are right now, you've got a chance, right? But if you're up here, right, on the chart, forget it, right? And you say, oh, now I see the problem. What should I do? I can't help you, dude. You waited too long. And you see it over and over again. There's a little bit of corrections, right, in these hyperinflation events, right, before everything just blows off, right? So you want to identify when something is about to happen and take action beforehand, not after, before. Right? So if you do that after the event, right, it's kind of late, right? Because when I told you to buy Bitcoin at $1 and you didn't, and now it's at $44, you're like, what do I do now? Well, it's kind of late, but not too late now for Bitcoin, right? You missed out the big gains, but you still got more to come because this is going to be money. Now let's take a look. Let's take a look at Ethereum too, right? You see Ethereum has done the same thing. We're corrected, right? And we haven't really corrected back down to the lows here, which is showing that remember, these things are priced against the dollar. The dollar is losing value against all these assets, right? So that's why you're seeing this. This is the value of the currency losing value really fast. And you can see it against other assets. And that's what's happening here. The currency is losing value really fast against other assets. Now, we can see that Bitcoin, right, on the monthly chart is bounced off of key monthly, moving averages, and it's headed in an upwards direction. And we can probably see the same thing in Ethereum if we had the moving averages on there. But you can see that we didn't come back too heavily to the 61.8 after this massive run up here, and we've bounced up. Now you could say, well, hold on, could roll over and die. But here's the thing: we are printing way too much money, right? The U.S. is created 33% more money than when they started in 2020, March of 2020. So there's never been in the history of mankind where that kind of money printing or increasing of the money supply ends with, oh yeah, your dollar's going to go, your value of your money is going to go up. It doesn't end that way. It never does. So don't expect it to be that way in the future. Okay, so let's get on to the lower time frame TA for the day. All right, so Bitcoin, I've told you guys that, we're probably going to head down and probably bounce somewhere before the 42,500 or the 41,000 area, which is right here around the 40, or actually really the 42,000. Or we could even get as low as the 40,000. But I felt that because of the basically the bullish sentiment that the Bitcoin's in, we could probably see Bitcoin bounce a lot sooner than actually completing this M pattern up here, right? Which completes all the way down at the $40,000 level. But that's not saying that it will do that. Just saying there's a possibility that we are going to get a bounce. Now, where can we see a chance of a bounce is most likely in the reload zone, or where a trade location between the 61.8 and the 78.6. That's a nice area to start looking for bounces in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So here, I'm going to just change the color of that so that it's a green area to say, okay, we're going to load up in that area. So really what you want to look for is some sort of like Wing pattern. If we see it on the 4-hour here where basically Bitcoin, here I'm going to just draw out a little bit of a W, as if Bitcoin does some sort of Wing pattern inside this green area, then we can say, okay, yes, that's a nice, take that and buy and watch it rock and roll. We're looking for that before we actually decide to, pull the trigger on Bitcoin moving higher. Because, yeah, there is still a probability that we can just roll over and die and head over to the $40,000 area. Alrighty, let's head over to, let's take a look at what the Rockin Brainer is saying when it comes to the trade here. I'm going to enable that on there, and right now it's in a buy location. I'm just going to undo all the drawings there and then put it back on, right? And it's in a buy location right now. So because we've created a massive downward move, I would like look at these little bit of indicators with an eye, like, okay, maybe I should wait for like some more clear signals before I go, because what happens is whenever we have a big move, right, there's a lot of chop on the side for a while before actually things decides to move in one direction or the other. So wait a little bit before you jump in on a trade there. And if you're interested on Rockin Brainer, you could head over to payments.rockinbrainer.io to get that as well, and make sure you subscribe to bybit.davincij15.com and femex.davincij15.com. Head over there for if you're interested in trading using the Rockin Brainer indicator. You gain 4,100 from each of these exchanges, right, if you follow the deposit bonus. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on with Ethereum. Ethereum has broken down. Yeah, I thought it was going to break down from these support levels here. Even though it bounced off of them, it was clear that it was going to break down, and that's exactly what it did as predicted. Unfortunately, I'm starting to see that, if we're looking at the 200 period moving average, we might try to look at that before we see Ethereum continue higher. The 200 period moving average happens to be moving up to the $3,000 level, which is where we're probably going to see bounce if Ethereum does not start to do a Wing action here. If we take a look at the fibs, let's see if we can see if there's any kind of. I'm wondering where would we put this. All this is correct. It's just you want to find the best location for your Fibonacci level. So best location for the lower level of a fib is somewhere where there is an actual Wing pattern breakout for the whole move, and you can see it's right here. It's right there. So you can say that this one is a little bit of a Wing pattern right there, but you can see that this is clearly we were ranging for quite some time, and this was the breakout level here. So that would be the most likely scenario for, and you can see the 50% level is another level that's key. So you can see that we're at the $3,000 level. So yeah, most likely we might be retesting the $3,000 level on Ethereum. Sorry. Yeah. So you can see that we're oversold on the indicators. So the indicators probably have to reset and move up a little bit before we roll that down, so watch out for that. So 3,000 on Ethereum is a most likely target, and if that's the case, most likely then Bitcoin will have the $4,000 target hit as $40,000 target hit as well. Okay, let's. Well, I was at this event, and thank you everyone for coming to this event. Also, I want to set out a special shout out to the CMT versus the crypto money team. They actually gave me a free pass. They felt like this was a very big insult to me to not be able to attend the Bitcoin 2020, and I'm ready to thank you guys. That's the crypto money team, CMT. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. And yeah, hope to see you guys at the conference. I'll head over to your booth and say hi. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that kind gesture, which the organizers should have done, basically, right? They should have done that, right? They should have at least given me some access to the grounds, but for free, but they didn't, and that's just poor. That is really bad. That is an insult, basically. And this is why, Chris, Carl, and so many people are not showing up here, because they don't want to help the community. Basically, they don't want to help their community join in with this conference. And I find that kind of weird. And you know what? And now I appreciate being in Dubai, where they just put me on the conference without actually telling me. So just to show that kind of respect that I really appreciate. Okay, all right. So let's head over to the dominance. The dominance has reversed a little bit because Bitcoin has reversed a bit, and Ethereum has moved up a little bit heavy. So Ethereum is moving faster than Bitcoin. But we could be testing this as resistance now. Resistance, because it's got to go up. And if we fail this resistance, that means we're going to definitely hit back down to the 39%. And that would be crazy alt season if that happens. It would be mind blowing. Like, what? You'd be what? WTF? WTF? Right? If it breaks the 39%, it's going to be a wild ride down, right? As the alts just explode everywhere. And make sure that you take profits into Bitcoin, right, by using the little lady strategy, right? Because you need a system. Without a system, you will always go, okay, well, I'm holding, and no, you're going to hold until it collapses again. Because not all these coins, most of these coins, if they do pop, they're not going to stay up. And you need to take profits. You need to know when to take profits. So the little old lady strategy gives you an opportunity to take profits into Bitcoin, because we believe in Bitcoin, right? And this is why we price things in Bitcoin as money. Thank you all, guys, for watching. Appreciate it. If you're watching this recorded afterwards, thank you for watching it. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. All right. I'm gonna try to do some more videos, as many videos as possibly can this week. And I don't know. After my, I'm gonna go on a trip to on a cruise, and I think I'm probably gonna just take a break from videos. I don't know. I'll see. I don't know. I feel like I need to do some special types of videos, more hard-hitting videos and stuff like that, to get people aware of what's happening and stuff like that in different ways, so that they can protect themselves. Because right now we're at the end game, I think, in my personal opinion, and I think people should be focused on videos to protect people, because that's what I was originally doing and why I did these videos in the first place. And I kind of like lost my way in this, hey, let's make more money kind of deal. And let's just, I think I should move my way back to that. Bitcoin's real, Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Thanks for watching.